Hello, and thanks for listening to JoJo's Bizarre Podcast. My name is Mark, and as usual, I am joined by Miles and Jackie.
Hi. Hey.
Hello to those two. And we have a guest once again this week. Look at us putting in effort, bringing people into the fold again. We have repeat guest, I think, three-peat guest, Anna, back on the podcast. Hi, Anna.
Yes. Hello. I'm back. I'm very happy to be here for a special Pride Month episode. I think I was here for Pride Month 2024.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what it was.
Do you remember what you saw? Just curious.
We saw flowers. The name had flowers in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blue flowers. Something
blue flowers.
Was it Sweet Blue Flowers? Is that what it's called? Something
Sweet
like that?
Blue Flowers.
Sweet Blue Flowers.
Yes, Sweet Blue Flowers. I liked it. I still think about that. That was a lovely
Was that
show.
just with me?
Was it?
There was one that you did just with Miles, and I think it may have been that one. But then,
yes, because you watched the whole thing, and I didn't.
I watched the whole thing. I was waiting for the payoff. I wanted them to kiss. I don't think they ever kissed.
Yeah, sometimes they end up kissing in like the comic, and then the anime they were like, nope, not enough people watched it, and then like you find out the comic went on for 20 years or whatever.
And then I was on two episodes. What else did we watch?
I don't know.
Something forgettable.
Listeners, if you remember what I talked about last time, tell me.
Listeners, help us remember what we did, because I had to dig back to. We've technically covered Revolutionary Girl Utena, and I was like, I think Miles wasn't there. That turned out to be correct. And I was like, I think we jumped around in episodes. And I listened to a little bit of the old one. We had Chicas guesting to cover for Miles, because she is the best at approximating his awful personality. And I think the earliest episode we watched was 7. Like we watched 7 and some other episodes. So this was way easier to process.
Okay.
Listener, I'm sure you can tell that we're normally a podcast about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but they don't make it with any kind of regularity. So we're covering other stuff. And being that it is June, it is Pride Month, we are covering anime with LGBT themes or characters or relationships. And this week we are talking about, a small unheard of show, Revolutionary Girl Utena. Have you heard of it? But we're talking about normal episodes. We're talking about 1, 2, and 3. We're not doing whatever jump around bullshit we did in 2019.
One of the ones we did, because I looked at my old notes for that episode, and one of them was like a Freaky Friday episode where the two main girls kind of switch bodies or something.
And I think the green hair guy swaps with the fucking monkey.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think that happens, because I just was jumping around listening to the audio, and I believe that there's like the green hair guy in a tree eating a banana or some shit, which is awesome.
What?
Yeah. The show rocks. But before we get into the events of Revolutionary Girl Utena, Utena is a word I feel insecure about every time I say it. I'm like, that can't be right.
Why not?
I mean, I've seen the kana, the phonetic Japanese with it, but it just feels wrong every time.
Why?
That's how you say it, Utena?
Utena?
I don't know. I mean,
we're all saying it how you're saying it.
Phonetically,
I thought you said it was phonetic.
Utena, but I mean, I'm sure the Japanese there's like a nuance to it that I'm missing, and it still feels weird to go Utena. I don't know.
Utena. It sounds like something the Jawas yell in Star Wars.
Utena, and they all have pink hair. Fun fact: I didn't write this down, so I'm glad I'm pulling it. When they did like a proof of concept, when they were going to license this show for America, they called it like Ursula's Kiss. And they like gave everyone Western names. So Utena's name was going to be Ursula, I think. And they ultimately did not do that, thankfully.
Yeah, I don't really see that for her.
No.
It's not a hot name.
It's not. Sorry, Ursula. We just lost so many listeners.
Ursula, come back.
Sorry. No, you're probably nice. Anyway. Let's do correspondence corner. Let's read some emails. Did anyone send any? I always feel so stupid when I say that. And
There's no emails, but we have something in the Discord.
Sweet. If anyone wants us to read their little email on this podcast, you can write to jojosbizarrepod@gmail.com, and we'll probably read it. We read 99.9% of emails. Every now and then there's something so strange, or someone was like, hey, I didn't finish that last one, and then we don't read it.
We don't read the emails that are like from Spotify or from marketers trying to sell us podcasting.
Oh, yeah. It's way less than 99.9
software.
if we cut out all the spam. Anyway, we do have a Discord, though, and people leave messages in there for us to read. If you look in the description of this episode, you can see a join link for the Discord server. And we have a channel called Correspondence Corner. And user Booty Stank has a question. Do you have any beer/alcohol that you are particularly fond of? If not, any candy? I feel like maybe we're going to get a care package, which would be scary because we don't have our address posted anywhere.
It sounds like they're raiding our fridge.
I don't want to take anything that you like a lot. I'll start by saying I don't drink alcohol. Some alcohol I don't mind the taste of, but I'm always like, I don't want a whole thing. I'll just taste it. But we were on vacation. We were at, what the fuck was it called? Bonefish Grill? Is that the chain?
Yeah.
And I got a Heineken Zero because I heard like non-alcoholic beers are like finally becoming more of a thing. And it was good.
And?
It was good. I liked it. I've had O'Doul's and some other shit. O'Doul's Amber was fucking disgusting. Don't have that one.
Have you ever had Tom Holland's non-alcoholic beer?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's,
like
it's
the actor
Spider-Man's
Tom Holland?
non-alcoholic beer. Yeah, he has a non-alcoholic beer line.
I guess
What is
I
it
could
called?
try.
I forget what it's called. I want to say like Attitude.
No. I will not order that.
You're like, no, can I have an
It's
attitude?
called Biro.
Oh, never mind. I was wrong.
It's not called like Spider-Man brand new IPA or anything like that.
It's
No.
called I got the licensing rights from Marvel to make this. I guess
Awful.
Sony, actually.
They have some-
yeah. Miles,
Anna,
what
do
about
you like
you?
any alcohol? Oh, okay. I haven't drunk a lot because I began suffering from gout in the fall, and you're not supposed to drink a lot when that happens to you.
The rich man's disease.
That's right. But now I am medicated for it, so I've recently begun to drink again. But I'm still scared to drink beer. Beer is supposedly the worst thing for it. So I'll go into dive/sports bars and be like, hey, do you have any red wine? And I'll sip on that with my fellow jocks.
What about a cider? Can you have a cider?
I think that's probably the same sort of deal. Like a carbonated, starchy thing.
I don't drink, so I'll say candy. I really like this candy that they have in Canada that we don't have in the US called a coffee crisp, which is like a coffee flavored Kit Kat, but it's really thick.
That sounds good as
And
hell.
It does sound good.
I know. And my mom's friend Ilsa from Montreal recently visited and brought me a huge pack of coffee crisps. So it's awesome.
Shout out Ilsa if you're listening.
Thank you, Ilsa. She's probably listening.
Sexy name,
No,
by the
she's
way.
not.
Super
I
hot.
will not tell her you said so.
Please don't. I don't want you to. And Jackie.
I like red wine. That's it. I like
Red
dark
wine
beer.
gang.
Red wine.
I like dark beer when it like tastes like coffee or chocolate. You get a really dark beer and that's what it tastes like and it's yummy. But I'm not really a beer person, so I like wine.
Fair.
That's it.
Wine to me, it's nostalgia. I just think of Hebrew school. That's it.
That's beautiful.
That's all it tastes like.
But
and
it's
kind of
probably like Hebrew school is probably sweet. Well, I don't. To clarify, I don't like the sweet wines. I like more the ones with the tannins.
good. Like a dry.
A dry wine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I can't tell you. I can't. I'm not like a fancy wine person. I'm just like if it's red,
Same.
I'll drink it.
Give me the juice.
My favorite thing to do now is to take a sip of someone's red wine and go, I'm getting notes of grape. It's fun to do.
Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll
Thanks
eat
for that
most
question,
candy.
Booty Stank.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah,
Booty
thank you,
Stank.
Booty Stank.
A question that makes me hungry, a name that does not. Great job. Folks, still before we get into Utena, just want to let you know you can support the podcast by going to patreon.com/jjbpod. You can support us for as little as $1 a month. That gets you access to the Patreon feed, which has extra content sometimes, including audio that, believe it or not, I cut for time and relevance. Miles's jazz recommendations, and some other stuff. For $3 a month, you get access to the same.
Why are you laughing, Anna?
I'm gonna subscribe. I want to hear. I want to hear Miles's jazz recommendations.
It is surprising how much jazz he listens to. I wonder sometimes if he's just like being like fuck and digging through the jazz genre on Spotify or whatever.
I love jazz.
Or Zebo. I don't know what you use. There's an audio service called Zebo, right? Something?
I don't think
Deezer.
I think Zebo is Tom Holland's non-alcoholic beer.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. It's also the next villain in Spider-Man. He's done too many of those fucking movies.
Dr. Zebo.
For $3 a month, you'll get the same feed, and we will thank you by your username, which we're going to do in just a moment on the podcast, because lastly, I'll tell you, so many people know this already, but if you pledge at the $15 level for 1 month only, you can turn it off as soon as the charge goes through. Tell us what anime we should cover, and we'll cover 3 episodes of an anime of your choice, even if it sucks. Even if you don't like it, even if it's hard to find, we will find it. And we will cover 3 episodes of it. Please don't ask for more. Or a movie. We'll do a movie. We love movies. So that's patreon.com/JJBpod. Let us say thank yous.
So thank you to Charles Foster Kane,
Billy,
Sugar Teeth,
Koichi, whom I hate,
Gen X Anime Dad, Shadow Pabs,
Josh,
I love JoJo Uwu,
Kasoon,
Jumbo,
KT Cat,
Bloof,
Kenny,
Eileen,
the stand user formerly known as Austin,
Tim,
Ren,
and Chad. I think you guys can't hear, but I put a ton of reverb on Jackie's channel when we do that last part.
Beautiful.
Thanks, everybody.
I couldn't hear though.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's weird. If I feed it back to you, then there's echo, and there's supposed to be a mix minus thing, but blah, 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 who cares? All right, guys. Revolutionary Girl Utena, super psyched to announce that we haven't really covered these episodes before. We did an episode 7 fucking years ago with Chicas stepping in for Miles, where we did episode 7 and some other stuff. But this time we did 1, 2, 3, a proper beginning, and we will understand what's happening with this show. So yeah, this came out in spring of 1997. It was contemporary with a show like Rurouni Kenshin. All the shows that were new that season, I don't really recognize.
Sailor Moon came before this.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right, Jackie. In fact, Ikuhara, the creator and perhaps leader of the art group that made this show called B Papas, worked on Sailor Moon seasons 2 and 3. And he was frustrated by the lack of like creative control he had because it was an adaptive work. You know, Sailor Moon's manga came first. For Utena, they conceived of like, let's do an original anime and manga at the same time. And they apparently diverge. And the manga writer, she would ask Ikuhara like, okay, can I do this with the characters? Like, what's going to happen with this plot line? And he would give some vague answer, and she'd be like, fuck. So they're a little different. And it's like, if you really love this show, which had 39 episodes, you could read the manga for more different stuff. And there's a movie called Adolescence of Utena, which came out in 99, that is supposed to be a lot of fun, even crazier, and actually like solidifies or confirms lesbian relationships, which is fun. And the manga had a 2017 revival called After the Revolution by the same lady who wrote the original manga. And yeah, this show is huge. There's a ton of like writing and video essays of queer analysis. I think my impression is that a lot of girls who like girls had like an awakening watching this show. Oh, also, sorry, that same season I discovered spring 97, there was a show called Hakugei, Legend of the Moby Dick, which was a space anime set in the year 4699 that is just a retelling of Moby Dick.
Wow.
What was the whale?
It may have
Space
been
whale.
a whale. Yeah, it may have been a space whale. You ever play fucking Bubble Bobble?
No, I've never played Bubble Bobble.
Man, good game, banger soundtrack. There's a whale.
Space Whale?
I think so.
Okay.
It feels right. So Anna, I feel like I asked you this last time you were actually on and I was there and it wasn't just Miles doing whatever. Have you watched any anime since we last spoke?
Thank you for asking me. The answer is no, I have not. I watch anime when I am called upon by this podcast, and I'm honored to be here and to be a sporadic anime watcher. Every time I watch an anime with you guys, I enjoy it a lot. It's not something I seek out on my own, but I'm always having a great time. And listeners, please forgive me for my anime ignorance. I'm probably going to say some dumb stuff that, I'm here in my expertise as a lesbian, but when it comes to anime, I am a noob.
Yeah, I should have had like a video feed so I could just point to stuff and ask you like, do you like this? Is this something? Is this frame good? How do you feel? Yeah, I think for like getting into anime at a certain point, like if you're just like Googling like, what is anime? What's it all about? And you're not like of a certain demographic, a lot of it, specifically like a young person, a lot of it you're going to be like, whatever, this is stupid. But if you just have like-minded friends, they can be like, just look at these, just curate it. And that's really the way to get into anything. It's like country music. Like I thought it all sucked because I just heard the radio. But if you talk to people you respect, not like Miles or whatever, like then they'll tell you country music is actually good. That's why I'll never
you ever heard
listen
of Country Roads? Little song called Country Roads.
Never heard of it. I'm going to check it out immediately after this.
Check it out. It's a deep cut.
Just quick voice connections for anyone who gives a shit. The green guy, Mr. Slapper himself, Saionji, is the same voice actor as Trunks from Dragon Ball Z. The red hair guy, I forget his name, Tokusa? No, that's Ghost in the Shell. What's his name? Something. The guy with red hair is Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Ever heard of it?
Oh, cool.
And he's also the long-haired tech from Evangelion. The blue-haired person in the council, who I think is actually a boy, is Sailor Mercury from Sailor Moon.
Okay.
The orange-haired girl in the council is Misato from Evangelion, which I think also means she's one of the Sailor Moon girls. And that little mousy thing called Choo Choo. Would anyone like to guess which famous anime character that person also voiced? I'll give you a hint. It's an anime character that Anna has heard of. Everyone has heard of.
Pikachu.
It's fucking Pikachu.
Okay.
Wow.
She only voices
How do you get that
characters
job of
with
being
Chew.
a little mousy person?
It's like this. It's a cool little sub-industry in anime, is just like mostly women who voice little shits.
little things.
Little twerpy goblin characters. They need someone whose voice can be like...
And she's the expert.
There's no way it gets bigger than Pikachu and this little guy.
Oh, yeah.
This
This
creature was
actually-
ugly, I thought.
That's fair. Not as cute as Pikachu.
Right.
Yeah, Pikachu's really cute. I've seen Pokemon. Does that count?
Yeah.
All right.
We've never done Pokemon on this show.
Yes, we have.
We have?
We did Pokemon
Oh, yeah,
movie,
we watched the movie. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
and we watched the dubbed version where they fuck up the plot. Where one of the characters
yes,
is like, why do
yes.
these animals fight? We shouldn't have them fight each other. And
Mhm.
all the reviewers at the time were like, what's the point of this show? It's all about animals fighting, and then you're saying they shouldn't fight? And it turns out that was just a mistranslation or something. It's
Mm.
great.
It was a mistranslation of why aren't we having these animals fight more?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Why are these specific animals fighting? Everyone else, they should all fight all the time. Anna, had you ever heard of Revolutionary Girl Utena?
I had not. But then when I Googled it to see the rest of the plot, I realized that it is very popular.
Yeah.
Oh, so you know what happens after these 3 episodes?
I vaguely know what happens. Well, I have to confess that I only saw half of my 3 episodes. I saw an episode and a half. I have a very little baby at home, and he does not like watching TV.
That's great.
So I didn't get to watch all my 3 episodes. So then I Googled because I wanted to see what else happens in the episodes I missed. And then I wound up just reading the whole plot because I wanted to find out what happens at the end.
Okay. So you saw like the first one and half of the second one?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, that's plenty for this podcast. We watch 3 and half the time we're falling asleep. We're all approaching 40.
Yeah.
And we do
I was
all have
getting
kids.
really sleepy.
And that happens.
But I have a lot of thoughts about what I did see, and you guys can fill me in on what I missed.
Okay, great. Should we start with Anna's thoughts, considering we'll have to do some plot retelling anyway? Fill in the gaps? I mean,
Well, let's just talk about episode 1 first.
you want to just talk about episode 1? Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about episode 1.
But yeah, also this is like even though it doesn't really have transformation sequences, this is considered part of the magical girl anime and manga
Genre.
subgenre. A lot of people say Madoka Magica takes influence from this, and I definitely felt like the frames with the roses spinning in the corners, that reminded me of some of the mixed media stuff that Madoka Magica does.
Would Utena be the magical girl?
I think so, but then Anthe also has some kind of magicalness,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh,
sort
she's
of-
very magical. A sword comes out of her body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's probably more magical than Utena.
Yeah, some analyst of anime said that like instead of transformation sequences that you get every episode in Sailor Moon and Madoka and other places, instead it's the walking up the stairs to the duel arena. That's like the we're doing it again. It's that classic sequence that you root
music
for.
the music there is like really badass.
It's great.
Yeah, it is.
It's all
It's
like
like-
heavy metal.
Yeah, it's like
some of it was weird
baptism.
and some of it was good. Like the song when she's climbing the stairs in the first 2 episodes is insane.
Yeah. The music in this show, not all of it, but those songs are by a guy named Julius Arnest or J.A. Caesar.
whoa.
He's a Japanese guy. That's a fake name. He was popular in the 60s. He wrote like some rock operas, and then the Utena director guy just reached out to him and got him to do some music for the show.
Cool.
Yeah, the music was awesome. The intro, when I first started playing it, I mistakenly had English dub on, and the English dub also went over the music, and it was really
Oh yeah,
jarring
because you
and
had
upsetting.
you saw this on YouTube, and YouTube did the AI auto dub.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's why it sounded so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it auto dubbed the lyrics of the opening song, which
Wow.
ruined it.
Yeah, that's awful.
But then I turned it off successfully, and the music was awesome.
Probably a lot better, yeah. Jackie and I have watched the 1080p like remastered Blu-ray
Ooh.
episodes, and they look amazing. Sometimes too clean. Sometimes you're like, I don't think I should have seen this clearly. But some of the backgrounds are beautiful. And yeah,
Also, Steven Universe definitely got inspiration from this.
yep.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
The like Rose Quartz character design
Mhm.
specifically.
And Pearl.
Oh yeah.
And Pearl, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's who I was thinking.
And I was also
Yeah.
devoted listeners will remember that I'm a big fan of She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, R.I.P., not available on Netflix any longer. And I also could definitely see the influence on that.
Yeah, I was trying to watch a video essay about this, and someone brought up She-Ra.
She-Ra's awesome. If anyone needs to find it, hit me up. I can help you.
There you go.
So it starts with this like little like fairy tale story that is also told in other episodes too. Like they kind of repeat this little thing.
This
I don't know
also
what to call
feels, it doesn't get revealed at first, but this is very similar to a Sailor Moon lore.
Wait, really? You think so?
Doesn't Sailor Moon have like royalty in her past and shit?
Yes. Well, with Sailor Moon, it's like past lives stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know I don't think this is past life stuff.
but it's in the past.
It's in the past. And it's
like her
weirdly, she doesn't really remember it that well though.
Yeah.
Like it's like kind of like dreamlike for her. I feel like we see it and then later she's like, I think this happened to me.
Yeah.
But we don't even see it that well because the characters are kind of shadowed out, so you don't see their faces really.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's stylized, but yeah, they're all in black.
Yeah. So there's a princess whose parents died. And there was a traveling
Classic.
Classic.
and there's a traveling prince And he says some nice things to her, and he gives her a ring to remember him by. And he says the ring will lead you to me one day, and she wonders if it's an engagement ring. She's so impressed by him, she vowed to become a prince herself one day. And then it ends with like, is that really a good idea?
Yeah. Right away, I was like, this seems really straight.
Yeah.
The idea of a lady being wooed by a prince and being like, I'm going to be a prince.
I think wanting to be a prince is not that straight.
Yeah, wanting to be a prince is pretty gay.
No, that's guys. I was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's I was joking.
Okay, got it.
It's not a joke to me. This is my life.
Okay.
I think, yeah, I was into the setup because it's like, you know, it's right away. It's like we're gonna mess with the trope. Like we're gonna fuck it up. And then I was also a little confused. Then when we got to the time jump into the present reality of the show, because then we see her at school.
Yeah.
And the school seems to be kind of contemporary. Like it does not seem to be medieval. It's a little fantasy, but it's like the tone it's maybe kind of like magical realism, because they're just wearing their regular school uniforms, and she's got her cool uniform on.
Yeah,
she wears uniform.
She wears a boy's uniform.
Well, she wears the boy's uniform, but she wears hot pants
because she wants to be. I know.
She doesn't wear, because I was like, that's not the boys. Like we see boys later. I'm like, they have like loose, comfortable pants on, and she's like, nah.
She had it tailored.
She freaked it.
Maybe she's got the summer boys uniform where they wear the teeny tiny tight shorts.
Oh yeah, like the 80s shorts.
Right. Yeah. I love the school outfits. I'm learning from my exposures to anime on this podcast that school uniforms are a thing.
They have very big shoulder pads for the girls, though. Very poofy.
They are poofy.
Is that cool?
They look like sailors. They also look like Sailor Scouts. They look like Sailor Jupiter, the school uniform for girls.
Yeah, because all the school uniforms in Japan, a lot of them mimic sailor.
Yeah,
outfits.
well, yeah, but that's where Sailor Moon kind of gets the outfit from. It's like a schoolgirl uniform, but like modified.
The Skookle uniform. What is this? Philadelphia.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I love how over the top this is, and I love the little like inserts of like the shadowed figures. They're called A-ko, B-ko, and C-ko, which is like girl A, girl B, girl C, and they're just silhouettes that are like, have you heard? Blah blah blah, and they're just sort of describing like what's going to happen in the next plot. Yeah, a lot of this show is like surreal.
It was very theatrical.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a play.
Yes.
And I think they said it was inspired by, what is it called? An all-girl theater troupe called like Takarazuka or some shit. I shouldn't say or some shit after fucking up a foreign word. Should I do that?
Takarazuka Review.
Pretty close.
Did I get it? I got it.
Oh, okay. If you were also guessing, you fooled me.
Takarazuka.
Yeah, someone said that like maybe that it feels fitting that it's so exaggerated and dramatic, because when you're a teenager, everything does feel huge and
That's
like
true.
world-ending, life-ending. I thought that was cool. I don't know if that was on purpose, or if they just wanted to be crazy with it.
Well, I mean, it's literally the student council talks about the end of the world, and they're talking about revolution a lot. But I'm like, what do you think revolution means here? But anyway,
right.
Well, hang on.
That's what I was gonna say. So when we jump ahead, we see her, our main character. She's kind of our like intro to her in her present day life is she's like pining after this girl. She's looking over the balcony at school, and she's watching her, in the like rose garden, area, and that was very gay. And pining, longing, looking at a girl from far away. It's all very, very gay. So that was great to me.
I like that they show that, but they also show that she has a lot of admirers. She has a lot of groupies who are just like, oh my God, she's so cool.
Yes.
Like
Anna, did you like the basketball scene?
I loved the basketball scene. I love basketball. I love women's basketball. So I like that she was owning the boys, the tall, broad-chested boys, can't keep up with her.
And they said, she got us again.
And then they try and get her to play on their team.
Oh, yeah. She's like, I don't want to be around a bunch of sweaty boys.
Yeah, that's right.
Does she not sweat when she plays basketball?
She just wants to be around sweaty girls. Maybe.
She wants to be a prince.
She's too cool to sweat when she plays basketball.
Oh, that could
but
be
yeah, to Jackie's point, the like heightened, so it's like kind of like this normal high school thing, but then they're also like, by the way, the student council is like doing secret duels in the woods.
Yeah,
So-
what's up with that?
Yeah, what is up with that? What is the revolution? What are we fighting for?
I have no
We
idea.
don't really learn.
The boys on the student council who are like the villains, they're so pretty. They
They're
look like
so pretty.
They look like this, like Sailor Moon villains are like this too, where they have like long, beautiful hair and they're like slender and they're like, I don't know, they're just so pretty, but they're bad.
They're pretty and they're green and they're red.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was fun writing the voice connections and realizing that I could just use colors for everything. Like they're all different colors.
So I think something I noticed in the first episode at least is like you get this kind of big tonal shift because it's meet her, she's like fun, she's cool, she's having a good time at school, she's got a crush, she's got like a silly best friend, which I'm also sort of sensing is an anime trope.
Oh yeah.
And her silly best friend is like, oh, I have a crush and don't embarrass me. But then it gets very dark. Like the like forced marriage part and like forced engagement, like owning the bride. It's very dark.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
The like abuse because he keeps slapping her. I looked at my notes for future, like, I looked at my notes for the podcast episode we did a couple of years ago about like later episodes. We skipped like 1, 2, and 3. We went straight to like 7 or whatever.
I didn't do it.
But there was all kinds of slapping there too.
Yeah. It's
What's with all the slapping?
He like wants to win her back, but he also just keeps slapping her. Like, I don't think.
Yeah, stop doing that.
Yeah, that might go a long way if you're like, I won't do that anymore. Just FYI.
And then at one point, like he's like, no, I'm gonna slap her. Don't tell me not to slap her. I'm gonna slap her.
Yeah, they call her the bride. Her name is Anthe.
Yes,
they call her the bride.
Anthe.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that it's like it's cool that like right away you get a character of color. You get a brown girl in like the main cast in the opening and stuff. But then she is just like shit on for the next I don't know how many episodes, but it's like she's like I don't want to say enslaved, but she's like, under the whims of everybody else. They keep slapping her and shit. She's basically a holster for a sword.
No, but then once she becomes engaged, once Utena wins the duel and she becomes engaged to her life is better and you see more of her personality. But she's still, I guess, in a forced relationship, I guess, but she's just like more cool with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't have a lot of power in this, whatever weird arrangement this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully that changes. It could change. We don't know.
Well, I know because I read ahead. I read the plot summary. So, but I think, I mean, I was a little torn about that because it is a very gay fantasy to be like, I'm going to rescue this girl and I'm going to save her from her terrible boyfriend. But then, yes, you're right. Like, I think it's not a stretch to say she's enslaved. Like, she is kind of like handed over, like owned by whoever wins the duel.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's very upsetting when you think about it.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of these shows will do is be like, we want to write something compelling, so we want to do some heavy themes, but then let's also do some fun scenes just to mix up the tone and not make all the kids depressed. And so we have this dumb little monkey, and we have a friend with hard eyes and who makes like pouty faces. And you know what? It works for me.
Yeah, I wasn't depressed.
I was not
I was
depressed.
saved from depression.
I'm mad. The monkey made me laugh too.
The friend has a crush on evil green guy. What's his name?
Right, Sayonji.
Sayonji. Yeah, she's got bad taste.
She has a crush on him. She writes him a love note, and somebody hangs the note out for everyone to see and laugh at her, which is very mean.
Yeah, but then Utena fucks up by being like, by noticing that her friend is crying And she says,
Wakaba is the friend.
Wakaba. And then she says her name out loud.
Yeah.
In front. I don't know if they heard it, it's like stylized, but
I didn't think she really exposed her. I don't know. I don't think people.
My knee-jerk reaction was like, don't fucking say it in front of people. They don't know.
I think she exposed herself by running off and crying.
Yeah, that too.
You gotta play it cool. Just you gotta look around and say, I don't know who wrote that.
Utena should have yelled though, like, my friend has diarrhea. It's unrelated to the note. That's a real friend.
To spare her from the embarrassment. Yeah.
Exactly.
That would have helped.
But that's funny too, because like that is also that's a very high school-y plot. Like, oh, my love note got shared and I'm embarrassed. And then she's like, I'm gonna go duel in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah. So she goes to talk to Saionji about it, and he at first denies it, but then he's like, yeah, I showed it to people because I thought it was funny or something.
Yeah, he says like that stupid, I mean,
yeah,
not stupid love note.
He goes, I can do what I want with my love notes. I was like, I guess that's kind of true.
Yeah. So she wants to duel him, and then they do it. She climbs up the spiral staircase where you duel, I guess, with the epic music.
Yeah, the epic music that's just like saying like heavy topics. It's like birth, death, apocalypse.
But it's like birth records.
Yeah.
Baptism records.
Yeah.
And she's got her rose ring. He clocks the rose ring that we saw in the beginning.
Yeah. That ring is important for some reason because he has one
and
too.
He's like, yeah. And he says, how did you get that? And she's like, oh, I can't really remember. Someone gave it to me a really long time ago. She doesn't realize that she has been admitted to the secret society of student body presidents who fight.
Yeah, they really need to get faculty like oversight. Like, do you think every like few weeks a teacher sticks his head in and is like, you guys doing good stuff? Making sure people clean the classroom?
It seems like student council has a lot of power.
Yeah.
Scary amount for revolution.
Yeah.
But it's also, their school's like a Zelda dungeon too. Like you need to unlock certain things with your rose ring and then water comes pouring in.
Yeah.
Would you want to go to this school?
I don't think so.
It's dramatic. In New Jersey, this would be a superfund site. Everything underground with the upside, with the castle and stuff. It would just be like green toxic waste and we wouldn't be able to go there anymore.
Do you think the listeners are familiar with the federal superfund program, Mark?
No, they don't need to be. We've probably mentioned it numerous times, to be honest. We've never shut the fuck up about the same 3 topics.
Listeners, Google the Comprehensive Environmental Response Compensation and Liability Act of 1980.
Jesus Christ. Impressive pull, Miles. I've never heard that entire act name. But don't believe any stereotypes about New Jersey, by the way. We're fine. It's a nice place.
I don't live there.
Me neither.
So they go to duel, and the bride comes out. He summons his bride. And I think she puts a rose on Utena.
Yes, because they both wear roses, and if the rose gets nicked off, then they lose.
Yes.
That's a cool way to duel.
I like
yeah,
that.
it's pretty cool. You're right.
Because no one, everybody lives. It's not a to the death thing. It's like very elegant.
The show is like is campy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Well,
I think so too.
It's hard to know how seriously it takes itself to me. Because it is.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things are presented pretty straight. Like it's presented, not to make a pun, but it's presented kind of like, well, yeah, here's the duel they're having. I don't think it's like a wink wink thing.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
like we're serious about this. It's hard to tell with animation too. You can't like get a vibe on the actors, like commitment.
Yeah, that's true.
And all the production looks top notch because it doesn't have to worry about budget or whatever. It's a good question. It is extremely dramatic. Dramatic is like the main word.
And it's like classy, elegant. It's like aristocrat, like, I don't know. When the Europeans had like the men would wear like curly wigs.
Oh yeah.
And stuff.
Yes.
They would say, "My lady."
And high heels.
And high heels and lipstick.
Yeah.
It also seems to take place in a reality, and I like this, where it's like not a heteronormative world. Like it's sort of taken for granted that like, the bride can be engaged to anyone who wins, and when they're like talking about things at the beginning, I think they make a joke about like Utena's friend calls her her boyfriend. It's like a very kind of like gender fluidity reality, and I appreciated that.
That's true. Nobody is like, what? A girl? You're engaged to a girl? That's impossible. They don't.
Yeah, they don't do that.
They don't make a big deal about it.
It's interesting because we watched a bunch of other stuff for Pride Month, and it's like, on one hand, what I had said is I was like, gay people are entitled to a show that is like free from the real world shitheadery of people being like, you can't do that. That's for boys or whatever the fuck. But at the same time, we're watching an anime that's about a boy who loves reading gay manga called Boys Love. And I'm like, is there going to be a boy? It like feels weird that there isn't a boy who's like, oh, you read that? Like that kind of conflict. I'm like, does it feel unrealistic as a show if that kind of thing doesn't happen? But
I see, Mark, you were rooting for the bullies.
I was like, where's me? Where's my representation here? No, but I think for Utena feels totally untethered from reality. So none of that feels like a necessary bit of nastiness. It's like,
right.
Why should there be?
This is a different thing, but it reminds me of like Bridgerton is kind of like the same thing where like there's not really like, I don't know, like everybody's every race and ethnicity, and it's not like there's not like a racial hierarchy, but we know that there was back then, and these characters would have been all white, but it's kind of like it's like a different universe where we don't have to worry about racism and people can just be in love and have fun, have a good time.
It's kind of like also Steven Universe, which we were talking about, clearly takes influence from this show where all of the gems are just like there are no men and it's never like explained or acknowledged, and they're never like, where are all the men?
Well, they're actually all supposed to be androgynous. They just choose like they don't or genderless rather, or they don't have a sex, but I guess that's what it is. They don't have a sex, a biological sex, but they all choose to be, or almost all of them choose to be women, she, her pronoun, that kind of thing.
Yes, there are no he, him gems.
Yeah.
Just Steven, right?
And there's one they, them gem, which rhymes.
Yes, Steven, but Steven is half human.
Yeah.
So we don't really know.
It's his shortcoming.
Yeah, exactly.
Had you guys heard of the Sword of Dios watching this show? I feel like the characters kept talking about the Sword of Dios in this first battle. I was like, should I have heard of the Sword of Dios? Kept looking at each other and being like, oh, you haven't heard of that? I don't know if that's a real thing.
I said, ay, Dios mío.
Oh, it was yours.
Yeah, so that's
not. Is it a thing outside of this show?
I don't know. Probably not.
I don't think so. They just gave it a cool name. But that's a sword that comes out of Anthe the bride.
Right.
She is. That's a thing also that happens in Steven Universe, I think. I think a sword comes out of somebody in Steven Universe.
Maybe the lion?
It seems unfair that he got a
maybe,
sword. It seems unfair that he got a sword and she got her little kendo stick.
But she's good at it. She's so good that she wins the duel. And he's shocked.
The duel.
And he's kind of like, where did you come from? I've never heard of you before. So the school must be really big.
Yeah, because she seems so famous within the school.
Right.
Maybe the student council's just really up their butts.
Well, the friend is sort of explaining the student council to her. Wakaba is explaining student council and being like, they're so cool. Like, look at them. And that's when they witness evil green guy slapping the bride. But she's clearly, everyone knows about student council, but they don't know who the bride is. She's just like some weirdo girl who likes plants to the rest of the school.
Yeah, it's unclear if they're like,
plot.
Are they cloistered off to the side? Like, what? How come do people know about this huge space they have somehow?
It's kind of like what maybe the other kids at Hogwarts were up to, like while Harry and Hermione and the main crew were doing stuff. The other kids were like, I don't know.
Their lives
Those guys
suck.
always have something going on.
I want to know if Anthe has more stuff in her hammer space, like besides the sword.
Oh.
She can give you more things.
A vacuum cleaner,
Yeah.
wheelbarrow.
Tools and weapons.
Yeah,
Granola
that's sick.
bars.
Yeah. Granola bars.
Oh, I could
That'd be
use those.
useful. So he loses the battle. Utena wins the battle, and Anthe starts calling him sensei instead of Sama or whatever.
Senpai instead of Sama. Senpai is
So
like,
right. I wrote senpai and then it autocorrected to sensei. You're right. It's senpai. Senpai instead of Sama.
yeah, senpai is just how you would refer to someone who's like your upperclassman. Obviously, in English, we don't go around saying like upperclassman. Would you like
Yeah.
people? You get your ass kicked just for being weird. But in Japan, you do have to attach honorifics, and you have senpai for older, kohai for younger, and sama is like lord. Like no one would be saying that in high school, but in this high school or middle school, isn't Utena a fucking middle schooler?
What?
Am I
Is
wrong?
she?
That's what they
No.
said.
I think it's like she
But,
was famous in middle school, but now she's in high school. I think.
That makes more sense.
She's got to be in high school.
Yeah.
These kids look old.
Yeah.
do
They
look
do. That's a
old.
thing
They're
in with
old-looking
anime.
kids.
You should watch this one called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It also features a main character who all the girls fawn over when he shows up to school, and he looks like 28 years old, even though he's, I think, 16.
Is there any
troubling.
lesbian longing in JoJo?
There's like no women in JoJo.
Okay.
They get better about it. There's more dudes
Oh, you know,
doing very homoerotic posing, and then the author being like, "What? It's normal."
there's nothing like gay in this season that I know of, but there's a whole season that it's like mostly women and it takes place in a women's prison and they all have crazy powers.
Maybe I should
so
watch that.
So you might
season.
like that one.
Yeah, it's called Stone Ocean.
It's called Orange is the New Black.
Basically.
Yeah.
But with like crazy powers.
It's better than that show.
I bet it is.
I like it more. There's better powers, more colors. Yeah, and then like the sword fight is not like a action filled like look at the tactics, look at the well drawn animation. It's just like no, there's a cool dramatic pose where they go past each other, and then you notice like her rose is intact and his rose is not.
Mm.
He's fucking epically owned. What a loser. He had a metal sword and everything. And then is that it? Is that the episode ends and it turns out that Anthe is going to be engaged to or betrothed to Utena?
Yes.
Yeah,
Now
she
they're
says
engaged. Boom.
she says from this day forward I belong to you. Which
Unless somebody
Utena
else
should be like,
wins
you
the
don't
fight.
have to belong to anybody.
is like, you're free to go.
Yeah. Why don't you go to class?
Yeah, there's that.
You can be my fiance if you want, but only if you want.
Only if you want to. Ep 2, I didn't take a lot of notes. I wrote down Magnolia Waltz because that's a book that Wakaba has, and it turns out it's not a real book, so I didn't need to write it. I learned nothing.
I wrote
Well,
things
episode
down.
2 is mainly like a rematch. He challenges her to another fight.
Yeah, it's like Rocky 2 to Rocky 1.
He wants that bride back.
Well, we
Yeah.
see girls fawning over Utena again. Wakaba, the best friend, is like, "You're my true love," as well. So
Aw.
she's got another fan. And right, because she kind of avenged Wakaba a little bit because she dueled the guy who
Right.
kind
Okay.
of broke her heart.
I was maybe zoning out. Why did Utena at first say when he like re-challenges her, at first she's like, I don't want to fucking fight you again. Fuck you. And then he's like, you have to. That's the way things work. So she agrees to the duel, but then doesn't she say like, I'm just going to lose on purpose? Does anyone remember? Did she give logic behind that? Because it felt like she was just damning Anthe to be like engaged to a shithead again.
I think she didn't initially consider Anthe's fate.
Well, before we get to all that, they assign her a dorm in like a haunted mansion.
yeah.
And she's the only one there in her entire dorm house, except then Anthe is also there and they're like roommates or something.
Anthe also seems to be an independent contractor because one room has like holes in it and like broken furniture, and then her room is not just tidied up; it has like functional walls and shelves. So I assume Anthe like went to Home Depot and bought a bunch of wood.
She doesn't have to go to Home Depot. She's got the tools.
Yeah, maybe
Oh, yeah.
maybe she just
Inside her.
magic She just used her magic on
True.
it.
She's got a Home Depot in
Or
her
like
belly.
pulled out like her toolbox out of her hammer space. And
Yeah. She doesn't have to rent a table saw or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Pulls a table and a saw.
This is where we meet that stupid rat too.
Choo Choo?
Yeah.
the mouse eating a cookie.
Yes.
Choo Choo,
She
who also lives
spoon
with them
feeds
now.
this rat. I would never do that. That's too much.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that because of hantavirus, but in
Yeah.
in an anime you can.
There's no hantavirus in any anime, as far as I know.
Oh, I don't know. A lot of anime have come out this year. It might have gotten name checked in one of them.
Okay.
I gotta
Let's
check.
watch it.
They should do an anime pit. The anime equivalent of the pit, there's no real equivalent, but the closest thing I can think of is Cells at Work.
I was just thinking that, but that's not.
Anna, that's a show with multiple spin-offs where the different cells inside the body are anthropomorphized. And there's
It's
like
nothing like the pit.
And they're like really cute. It's just
They're
like it's
cute.
just like adorable little anime girl is like a red blood cell or whatever.
the white blood cells, I think, are like hot dudes that do all the cool shit because they're the fighters.
Mm.
It's not just dudes. I think there's women. White
Is
blood
anyone
cells as
gay? Are any of the body parts lesbian longing?
well.
I don't know. What would the gay cells be in the body? I don't know enough about biology. I don't know how to
I
continue
do
a
not
bit.
know.
I got nothing.
This is another side track. I'm diversion, but I've been recently watching Anne with an E, which is an Anne of Green Gables adaptation from Canada, and I understand that there's also an Anne of Green Gables anime.
Oh, that
Have you
rings a
watched it?
bell. Let me look this up.
Yes, I remember hearing about
Is it
this.
any good? Is the question.
If you do an episode on that, I will come back for it because I love
Okay.
Anne of Green Gables.
Oh, wow. It's from 1979.
The anime?
Yes.
Whoa.
On Fuji TV. And then they did an anime series prequel called Konnichiwa Anne Before Green Gables in 2009.
Oh.
Ooh.
When she was just an orphan with no Green Gables at
I
all.
have no idea. This was directed by Isao Takahata. Did he do Ghibli? Yes.
Does-
Okay.
oh,
One of the co-founders
okay.
of Studio Ghibli
So it's got to be
worked on the 79 anime.
it's got to be at least kind of good.
You would think. Oh, also, when Utena was coming out, I forgot to mention that in that 97 spring season, there were Bible stories coming out that Osamu Tezuka had worked on. Somehow,
Oh.
apparently some religious, I don't know if it was the Vatican. I don't know.
Like
I don't even know if that was real.
Bible stories anime?
Yes.
Oh.
I love
Tezuka
this.
started working on them. Then he died, probably because he was such a sinner. No, I don't
He
know.
was
And then
old.
someone else finished it for him. But like, yeah, the cover of the anime has like Noah from Noah's Ark, but then like a cute little fox that clearly has speaking parts standing next to him.
Nice. That happened on the Ark. They Sodom. Sodom is in one of the songs that plays when they ascend Utena.
Oh.
So
That's true.
that was
Do you think
that was
maybe the
wild.
Osamu Tezuka Bible Stories anime, maybe it covers Sodom and Gomorrah and the destruction?
I
you
hope
know?
so.
Just fun,
also a
lighthearted
Pride
viewing.
Month special. Tune in
Yeah.
next June.
Can I just say, for my part, I don't think they should have destroyed those cities.
Yeah.
That's me being an
I think-
ally.
They should let them do whatever they want to do in those cities.
Yeah, they're not hurting anybody.
Really hot, fresh take, Mark.
Yeah, I'm nice. Anne of Green Gables, the Japanese name is Hakugei no Anne.
Hmm.
Okay. And it is pleasantly short.
Okay.
No,
Someday.
it's not. Oh my God. No, it's not. It's 50 episodes. Shit.
All right.
Thought it was
Lock
only a
in.
few. No. It's got a decent rating on my anime list. But yes, the prequel is before she was adopted.
Sad.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, maybe one day we'll do Anne of Green Gables. Certainly it's fun to cover stuff that I'm like, no other anime podcast has done this. Probably.
Probably.
We do a lot of that. We do a lot of weird shit. Where were we? We were in episode 2. We were talking about Utena carelessly being like, I don't want to fight. I'm going to throw the fight. And Anthony just being like, okay. Like, I assumed that she was just biting her lip like, well, sure.
But she takes the sword out and she fights, and he lost his rose again, and his sword broke, and he's a loser.
Yeah, because she has a real
What
sword
a
this
loser.
time, right?
Yeah, she has the sword of Dios.
Wait, then what does he have?
I don't know.
He just has another
He has some-
katana.
Some cheap.
I think this. Yeah,
cheap sword-
the student
sword that
council.
breaks.
They have swords. All
Okay.
student councils have swords.
He
True,
seems like a
probably.
sword guy. Like, those sword kids from high school. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
talking
Oh
about.
man.
Those were the cool guys. Those were good guys to be friends with. Because then you could
Mhm.
fuck around with the sword for a bit. And then if you broke it, it wasn't really your problem.
God
It
help
wasn't
you.
yours. Nah, the sword guys, they're not actually using the swords on anybody. You're fine. I was a
Does anything
throwing-
else happen in episode 2?
Oh.
He just loses, right?
That's it. He
It's
loses.
just retread.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we get the dorm, we get the mouse.
True.
We get a little bit of the student council where they're talking about they received some letters from the end of the world. I don't know. So they're trying to bring about the end of the world. Is that what they're doing?
I don't
And
know.
she's, I guess, going to start a revolution.
They're almost
somehow.
referring to the end of the world as like something that is giving them messages.
Yeah.
It reminded me a little bit of like the Nerve from Evangelion. Except
Yeah, people compare Eva to this because it's like teenage cast and an apocalypse kind of floating in the background. But Evangelion is
Mhm.
more like, no, there's a scary literal apocalypse happening.
Yeah.
And we must use children
stuff is
to
blowing
fight it.
up.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
Yeah,
There's
I
some
was not
gay-
clear about what the goal is for the revolution in this one.
Yeah, what are these guys up to?
Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to know. I know this series is divided into 3 acts, and the last act is called the Apocalypse arc. So I think if you just jumped into episode 23, maybe you'd know more. But you have 2 other arcs to go through. And hopefully they've got a lot of silly, cute animals. Sorry,
Do you like the mouse? I feel like the mouse is smarmy, like he needs a shave or I don't know, something.
I'm indifferent.
at first I hated the mouse, but when he put on the vinyl record and then it spun him around on the turntable a few times, I was like, that's pretty good. I like it.
He's a lover of music, just like you.
Yeah. And it's not jazz. Anna, how'd you feel about this little mouse? Were you like, oh, this is anime bullshit. This is why I don't watch anime.
No, I like the mouse.
Okay.
I like a weird little critter.
There's just
Yeah, he's
something fucked up about him. I don't know.
He's not the
Okay.
cutest thing in the world, definitely.
Episode 3.
More slapping.
Everyone calls her Utena-sama. But she
mhm.
doesn't want that. She doesn't want Anthe to call her that because she's like, that's what my groupies call me.
Mm.
So don't call me that. I don't know what Anthe ends up calling her though.
I don't remember.
And yeah, now the vice president with the red hair wants to fight. I don't know his name.
His name, fuck, I forgot his name. Damn it.
Yeah, and I wrote down, I was like, I don't think we've seen any of these episodes. It's like, I don't remember any of this when we
had
saw
not.
it the
We
first
started
time.
with 7, and apparently 7 is a serious episode.
Mm.
We didn't get any of the light, fun sweetness.
No, I was right. Like, I looked through my old notes and it's like, my old notes are like, wait, they're engaged? It's like, because I didn't watch any of these episodes, so I don't know how that happened. So I didn't know how that happened.
His name is Toga.
Toga.
Toga
Right.
Kiryu,
That's redhead?
which
red,
is some
red
kind
boy?
of dragon.
Okay. Let's see.
Well, so why does he want to fight? Because I didn't see this episode. He seemed chill in the first episode. He's the one who stops the slapping.
Either he wants Anthe, and maybe he's like, oh shit, like if Sayonji is like beatable, then maybe I have a chance in this
Yeah.
in this duel.
I think everyone wants Anthe.
Yeah,
or
because she's
wants-
powerful.
Yeah.
he also does seem curious about Utena a little bit, right? In this episode, in episode 3. 3 is the party, right?
I guess.
Isn't
I
there
don't-
a
I don't-
fucking party
I
and
don't
someone's
remember the party.
dress disintegrates?
Oh, yes. I remember that now. Okay.
I was
Did I have a
becoming
fever I
sleepy
forgot
for
about?
this.
Because I felt like he was kind of interested in Utena.
So
and-
Anthe was nominated to be the dance queen the dancing queen.
Mm.
I wrote down Anthony's only friend is the mouse because
Oh yeah, she's like, I have friends.
she doesn't have any friends,
Yeah.
and it's just the mouse.
Utena keeps asking her. She's like, "Don't you know anyone else? What's up with
Yeah.
you?"
Oh, there's something funny in episode 2. Well, I don't know if it's funny, but when Auntie's like, I thought you were going to throw the fight after Utena wins again. And Utena's like, well, I was, but then I thought about how poorly, I didn't do it for you. I thought of how poorly Sayonji would treat Choo Choo. And then they just have a shot of Auntie kind of staring into the distance.
Mhm.
And I couldn't tell if either she was like, wow, no, she really was fighting for me. And that's such a deep gesture. Or if she was like, fuck, she doesn't care about me.
She cares
Just
about the mouse.
the dumbass
She only
mouse.
cares about the mouse.
Anyway, so yeah,
the
Auntie's
student
going to
council-
be queen of the damned.
The queen of the damned. They send, I guess the student council sends them both dresses. Auntie's dress is like a bright green dress, and Utena's dress is nicer. It's like white with like little rose like accents on it.
Mhm.
And Auntie at first doesn't want to go to the dance, but Utena convinces her to go because she needs friends. She's like, you need to go and make some friends. And Auntie is like, yes, master, basically.
But
She's
this
like,
is healthy relationship.
she's like, kind of.
Because she's like, don't call me master. And also, we should have our own social lives. You can't just hang out
Mhm.
with me and this little dumb
It's
mouse.
true. And she's pushing Auntie out of her little comfort zone,
Mhm.
which is important.
So then does she make friends?
No.
I don't think so.
no,
So
she
there's
gets
like
bullied.
one of the student council, the vice president's little sister is a pretty blonde girl,
With a big ass forehead.
and she acts like she's his girlfriend, not his sister. It's weird.
Yeah, she's got weird incest vibes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, Nanami is her name.
Mm-hmm.
She drags Auntie onto the dance floor and she leaves her there. And she tries to humiliate her by she pops champagne in her face.
She has a server pop champagne.
They pop champagne in her face while she's like on the dance floor surrounded by people, and then her dress starts to dissolve. So she's like naked and embarrassed.
Half naked.
Oh no.
Yeah, in
They
front
have
of everyone.
servers serving champagne at the school dance?
Yeah.
It's very it's like a debutante kind of. I don't know. Everything feels like so fancy. Like this must be like because there's also lots of references to princess and princes and stuff. It's like, is everyone
Mhm.
here actual royalty from like different countries or something?
Yeah.
You know.
Mm.
I think it
And
just
what are
costs
they
a lot of money.
learning?
And like it's like super rich. It must be like a super rich private school for people that are like practically royalty.
Mm.
But so Auntie has this embarrassing moment, and Utena switches back into her boy clothes because she was not, I guess, comfortable. And she was like, enough with this dress. She switches
Mhm.
back into her boy clothes. She goes to Auntie and she's like, let's dance. And she wraps a tablecloth around her in a way that makes it look like a beautiful gown.
Nice.
She just
It's
like
pretty
takes the
cool.
tablecloth and it just looks like a pretty dress. And they dance and it's very nice. And it's like I wrote down lovey-dovey scene now kiss because I feel like they should just kiss, but they don't.
They should.
But they never do. Did they kiss in any of the episodes that you guys watched?
I don't.
No, I don't think so. I don't
so.
think they do ever, except for maybe again that like movie that's like after they graduate and stuff.
Dang.
They're gotta get more kissing in anime. What
They've
are
gotten
some anime
better.
that
They've
have-
gotten better. We'll talk about it.
They are engaged though, right? Right. So at some point they got to have a wedding, and that means there's got to be at least one kiss if there's a wedding.
Yeah, but you
At
know,
least
anime
one.
can just postpone it for like 60 episodes.
They should
Yeah.
have like a wedding episode, and then like you showed like the wedding party where people like hit the glass and you have to kiss if
That shit is annoying.
people hit the glass. But then just like to do that a bunch of times to make up for all the kisses they didn't have earlier in
Yeah.
the show.
It should be an episode where that just happens again and again and again.
Yeah, just a lot of kissing.
I like
The
it.
reviews would be like, "What is this episode? There's no plot."
There's I watched some of the extras on the Blu-ray for Utena, and they interview the creator, and he is an interesting guy because, like a lot of Japanese creators, I just can't pin them down and figure out, like, they just don't speak in like an open, straightforward way about things. Like, people were like, why lesbians? And he was like, lesbianism does not interest me. I chose lesbians because I like the idea of a minority. And he's like, I felt like a minority of time at times where I feel like I can't do my work with other people. So I just decided to do lesbians. And you're like, what? That can't be it. What are you fucking talking about? But that's what he said. My other favorite response, this is from a like anime con. I think it's like Big Apple Anime Con in 2001, at like when the movie made it to the West. And again, it was like more explicitly like, these characters, maybe it was Utena and Anthe, maybe these characters are women who are gay and they kiss. Like, it was more explicit. But they also, someone was like, what is choo choo? And in English, Ikuhara says, my friend.
Lesbianism does not interest me.
No, he just says, my friend, and then laughs and does not elaborate. He doesn't go, but seriously, I think he's like a monkey mouse. He doesn't do that. He just says, my friend.
Well, what else is there to say?
Yeah, I mean, really, Choo Choo doesn't need that much of an explanation, and I think he's valid to just say, like, fuck it, I don't need to answer you. I'm not going to get into the boring nitty gritty of how we conceived of and designed Choo Choo. Did anything else happen in 3, or is it just like the dinner, the ball, and then...
That's basically it. Do you think these two are a good couple?
I think they can be.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a classic romance trope, like setup for a relationship to blossom. Like, you know, you're forced together by some greater circumstance, and
That's
you
true.
have to sort of be in this, like, you know, this relationship that you're like, that is put upon you, except then you can have, you know, this that leaves room for real romance to develop. I hope that happens for them. It sounds like maybe not, if they never kiss in however many episodes.
People can correct me if I'm wrong. I know that there are also, like, people have said there's like later in the series, there's like, I don't know if it's sequences or if it's implied that they just lay in bed together and stare into each other's eyes for long periods of time.
Well, that is very gay. Lesbians
like,
do that.
I was like, if they're not, like, that might as well be kissing, you know?
In a way.
Whatever.
It's more intimate than kissing.
That's true.
Yeah.
We had on last week our friend Bloof. And
Shout out Bloof.
She's gotten a job in at a manga company, at an American like publisher of Japanese and Korean and maybe Chinese comics. And they have a big LGBT section. And it was interesting because I was looking for girls love, you know, girl relationship stuff, because we did 2 episodes on boys love stuff. And it's funny because you look at the manga, the comic section, and some of it is like, it's explicitly gay. It's got adults, you know, it's not just like teenagers who will they, won't they forever and ever, including ones, but a lot of those, they don't get anime because, I mean, I guess the target audience is still like young straight boys, maybe. It's like still seen as like an important demo. But there was one called She Loves to Cook, She Loves to Eat. And it's just
I've heard of that one.
You have? Okay.
I have. Yeah, one is like she's really big. She's like very, like a really muscular, strong woman.
I think so. I just saw the cover of it, but there's that one. One that's huge right now is called, they do these long titles now. It's very trendy. It's called like, The Guy She Had a Crush On in the Band Wasn't a Guy at All. And it's just this.
That one I haven't seen. I guess I'm getting like my feed, my algorithms on social media are very gay. So I do get some anime seeps in if it's gay enough.
Aha. Some anime is making its way in, or
passes the
manga.
test.
Yes, they are going to do an anime out of that band one about the guy in the band wasn't a guy at all. That is going to be an anime, but I don't know about she cooks, she eats.
She shoots, she scores.
Yes. I also thought about us watching for this. There's an even earlier anime called Dear Brother, and I think it's also like not explicitly lesbian, but it's set at an all-girls school, and someone else plays the role of a boy or something, but it seemed way less fun. Apparently, it's called Dear Brother from '91. Wow,
Mark it down for next year.
I could.
Because
Well, I
Pride
kinda
is
wanna
almost
ask Blue
over.
for someone like, hey, is this any good? I mean, it's got a decent rating on my anime list, but
Yeah, I'll come back next year for that one.
Wait, we actually have one more week of Pride. We probably will have one more.
we do.
So,
Um,
okay, maybe not.
Oh, I
next
also
year.
forgot to mention that Ikuhara, who created this show along with Chiho Saito, is that her name, and a bunch of other people, also created Yurikuma Arashi, which Miles did not see. But Anna, that is a very weird show that is definitely more explicitly lesbian, but it's like all in this metaphor of like it's an all-girls school, but there's bears that are like outside the walls of this world, and they have to, and the bears can disguise themselves as women, and there's these weird like sequences of like flowers touching that I think is like a sex metaphor.
Nice.
And again, there's bears, but like a lot of the jokes didn't land for me and Jackie. But he had to do with that show. He had to do with Penguin Drum, which is apparently a gay little show and has penguins that are, I don't know if they're gay. But he does a bunch of stuff like this. But again, watching the interview with him, he said at some point, the subtitles said, by the way, I am a straight man. I was like, okay.
Lesbianism does not interest me.
It doesn't, he has cosplayed as Sailor Mars several times.
Okay.
But anybody could do that.
He just likes
True.
women.
Fair.
Maybe. I don't know.
He's down for the cause. He's just also an enigmatic Japanese creator who does not seem to give straight answers. But I have to respect that because I like when David Lynch would be like, I'm not telling you what this shit means. It's more fun when people interpret it. Like, okay.
Yeah, Choo Choo is whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, it's his friend, it's your friend, it's the secret antagonist. Like another show. Anyway, so Anna, I think you liked the show. Is that correct? Is that how you felt about it?
Yeah, I liked what I saw. I enjoyed it. It was definitely like weirder than the previous shows I have watched for the pod.
Yeah, not as grounded as Sweet Blue Flowers.
Sweet Blue Flowers took place in our reality, and this one did not.
No,
but I enjoyed it, and I like that. I like when people's hair color represents their personality and their specialness.
Yes. And yeah, it's just a great, it's like in a microcosm, that magical realism, right? Of like, fuck it, let's just do it just because. Like high schools in Japan do not look like this. Like a lot of kids do dye their hair, like bleach it blonde and stuff, but it is not like a fucking Crayola box, just shifting through hallways.
I have been to Japan in between the last time I was on the podcast. I went to Japan. So
sick.
I know now you can't trick me with this anime to make me think Japan has magic. I know it doesn't.
Well, you just didn't go to the right spots. There's actually a lot of magic.
Yeah, you didn't go to the magic spots, Anna.
I didn't go to any high schools actually, so that's probably the problem.
Yeah, we didn't go to any high
wouldn't let
schools
me
either.
in.
Just to be clear, we didn't go. We didn't want to go. Where'd you go in Japan though?
I went to a bunch of different cities all down the coast, starting in Tokyo and ending in Osaka.
Fun.
And it was really fun. And I kept a list of my favorite foods I ate when I was in Japan. So if anyone wants that, hit me up.
I want it. I will take that list.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I liked the show a lot too. I knew that I vaguely remembered enjoying it, but I felt like it was more serious. But I think that's because we watched the seriouser stuff. Miles, how did you feel though? I mean, did you think you had seen this show?
No, I did not think I had seen this show. I feel like I would remember if I had seen this show.
That's fair.
Because this is a pretty memorable show. And even though I haven't seen many of the things that are influenced by it, I can see why it would be influential. Because it is sort of like its own thing. Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious to see more, actually.
Are you going to keep watching?
Maybe. If I get access to Mark's nicer copy.
I'm worried it's going to be just kind of every week is a different fight and we don't really get that much else. You know?
That's true. But you know what? It's not like a classic romance. I think like the fighting is part of the appeal.
Yeah, Jackie, how is that different from Sailor Moon's Monster of the Week approach?
The monsters are interesting, and the it's usually like Sailor Moon's Monster of the Week is like pick a thing that you do every day, and now a monster has corrupted it to try to steal the souls of all the kind-hearted girls and boys who just believe in love or whatever.
Okay.
Like you're cramming, you're studying for exams, but now the exams, like the computers are possessed and they steal your soul, you know?
You had me at possessed computers. Before that, I was like, what, the fucking dishwasher is bad? I don't care.
Or like all the girls are talking about this sale at the store. So they all go to the store and they're trying on things and they're like, oh my God, this is so great. And then the items that they're buying are actually stealing their soul. You know?
That happens.
Just, you know, just like every day, like, and then Sailor Moon has to save her friends because it's like all her like classmates are being, you know, and then the monster is I don't know, like a yo-yo or something. Like it's just
a
like
yo-yo.
It's like a sexy lady with like a yo-yo torso or something. It's like just the designs are very weird and good.
I like that.
Oh, actually, there is. I mean, because we're talking about like gay stuff and it's Pride, and I think a lot of people know this, but there is a couple. Sailor Neptune and Sailor Uranus are a couple, and Sailor Uranus is kind of like Utena in that she has groupies. Like she's just like really like. Girls really like her. At a lot of them, because she's androgynous, so like some of them think that she's a boy, but then when they find out that she's a girl, they're like, whatever, she's still hot. Like, you know, everybody's like, wow, you're just so hot.
That's like, you know, the story of I had a crush on the guy in the band, but then he wasn't a guy.
Yeah.
Right. It's exactly like that.
And then yeah, because Anna, you've been on for Pride stuff, but do you know the thing about those cousins, about those characters rather in Sailor Moon?
I know that in the English dub they made them straight, right?
They made them cousins.
So that explains their love for each other. Is that
they're so close to each other because they're family.
Yeah.
Oh.
And there's all these like
That's
weird
lovely.
dubbing choices that they did.
There's also, I didn't know this, but there's a bad guy. He's like one of these like the bad guys in this show where they almost look like women and they have like pretty long hair and stuff like that. There was like one that is so feminine, one of the English dubs just makes him a woman to not make it so confusing. And also he gets into a relationship with another bad guy. Like these two bad guys are
I didn't know that.
Kind of a couple. So the English version just made one of them a girl. Just like gave it a girl voice actor and stuff to make it a straight relationship.
Oh boy.
I think it's like the same dub that made the two women cousins also just tried to
Boo.
let's just paint over it anything that is like not gender normative or too gay. So yeah.
A lot of silly things happening with American dubbing. Thankfully, that doesn't really happen anymore. They bring it over pretty much 1-to-1, which is great.
Wasn't there a show we watched where like the English dub is a completely different show? Like they just completely rewrote it. What show was that?
Part of Cyber City 080808. They just said fuck it. The big one is Ghost Stories or something. What is it called? That one, people love it. There's clips of it online. It's got some outdated humor now, but parts of it are still very funny, where the actors just did their own silly plots. It's like more of a straightforward ghost, kids investigating ghosts, but they just like made it ridiculous. But we should wrap it up.
Okay.
But yeah, Anna, thanks for doing the pod. I'm glad that we could take anime and poison your brain a little bit more with it.
Thank you so much for having me. It is a pleasure as always.
Absolutely. Yeah, let us know what the apocalypse is. You feel free to spoil us. Tell us if you read what the Utena apocalypse is and you want to message it to us in Discord.
I will say I read the plot. That does not mean I understand the plot.
Okay.
So it is like Eva. Got it.
Okay.
But yeah, folks, listeners, if you want to explain stuff to us about Utena or recommend other stuff for Pride Month, we still have another week.
Yeah.
At most 1 week left. I think I know how many days are in a month. You can write to JoJo's Bizarre Pod at gmail.com or hit us up on Threads and Blue Sky. We are JJB Pod there. There's a link in the description to join our Discord. We're on there too. We didn't make the Discord, so it's not our fault, but you can talk to us to some degree there. And again, if you want to support us, patreon.com/JJBpod. And you're not allowed to be mad at us if we're wrong about anything in this show. I know people are passionate about Utena, so we liked it. It's okay.
Anna, where can people find you if you want people to find you?
They can find me. Oh, I have a Substack about parenting, where I write about this new chapter of my life that I'm in. And you guys can share the link if you want, and people can find me there.
Sick. We do have parents who listen to the show. It's not all anime people are freaks.
It's not all children.
Childless r/child
It is a lot of young
free weirdos.
people.
We do have a lot of young people.
Anyone is welcome to read it, whether you're a parent or not.
No, of course. I'm just saying that, I expect non-parents to hear about a Substack about parenting and go, ew, yuck. And then I would say your link is going to fall on deaf ears, but
there's always the chance I might write about anime. You got to tune in every week to find out.
There's the chance. There are kind of parenting animes, not that much. There's some.
Yeah, there's a big lack of parents in the animes I have watched.
I feel like there's anime
That's
that
true,
like
this one especially.
What was that one where like a guy is an office worker or something, and then like an alien girl comes down?
He's
and
not an office worker, Jackie. He's a Yakuza gang member.
Oh, he's a Yakuza gang member.
Hina Matsuri, probably the funniest anime we've ever covered.
It's funny, but I feel like that's a parenting anime because he kind of he's kind of her dad now. He has to be the dad of this little weird alien girl.
Yeah, I mean, you've got Spy Families, kind of parenty.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all the parenting animes are just like a little weird.
None of them are grounded. There's no fuck that shit. All right. Till next time, everyone. Thanks for listening and have a good night. Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Great to see you, Anna.